What's up, everybody? Danny's here, and right now the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced 1 year ago. Can you believe that? It's already been 1 year since the Nintendo Switch 2 announced with Mario Kart World, which kind of makes a lot of sense though. And I've seen a lot of you guys requesting me to get the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm still working on it, so you guys gotta be patient though, definitely. So, the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced 1 year ago, and I would be able to say Nintendo made one of the best consoles that they've released for the Nintendo Switch 2. And also, Mario Kart World was one of the best Mario Kart games that have been released on the Nintendo Switch 2. But also, the Nintendo Switch 2, I'll show you. I know this is a Switch 1. I know I'm working on getting the Switch 2. Saving up my money. Don't you worry. So anyways, the Nintendo Switch 2 has featured two chargers, one at the bottom and one at the top, which is a great feature Nintendo has announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. But they've also announced Joy-Con controllers for the Switch 2, like a mouse, for example. This is just for an example, like a mouse like you use on a computer. That's what it was like though, definitely. So, have you guys enjoyed owning a Nintendo Switch 2? I would like to know in the comments below though, because when I used to get requests like this, like you need to buy the Switch 2, this used to look like 4 years ago when everybody asks me to get Breath of the Wild, okay, first of all. And there was a lot, because I know that there is a lot to learn, to be honest, but there's a lot to learn about requests though. Like Breath of the Wild here, I have it on the Switch 1, and there's also a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, definitely. For sure though, as well. Now, speaking of Nintendo Switch 2 editions, there may be more Nintendo Switch 1 games that may be announced as a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, maybe in the future Nintendo Direct. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, definitely. But what is your favorite thing about the Nintendo Switch 2? I would like to know in the comments below, definitely. Would you guys rather play on the Nintendo Switch 1 or on the Nintendo Switch 2? I would like to know in the comments below, but to be honest with you, since I'm waiting till I get the Switch 2, there wasn't much to do since I keep playing the same game over and over again on the Switch 1, which I guess makes a lot of sense though. So I'll just take my time and hopefully work on getting my Nintendo Switch 2 pretty soon though. But I noticed that the reason why I wanted to get a Nintendo Switch 2 is because I wanted to play Mario Kart World. Because Mario Kart World is one of the newest Mario Kart games that was released and announced 1 year ago. And to be honest with you, I would love to see the DLC in Mario Kart World though, definitely. And to be honest with you guys, this would have been such a great idea if Nintendo announces Mario Kart World DLC in the future Nintendo Direct, or maybe on the next Nintendo Direct. But now, the Nintendo Switch 2 has lots of great games, like Donkey Kong Bonanza, and also Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and also Kirby Air Riders. But could Mario Kart World become my new favorite Mario Kart game, just like Mario Kart Deluxe? I'll have to wait and see till I get my Nintendo Switch 2. I think that's what happens. Also, Nintendo Switch 2 editions, I wonder if I will revisit starting over Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Switch 2 edition or Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo Switch 2. And I wonder if this is all a thing. But I think it is a thing though, definitely. But we're about to find out, guys, pretty soon when I get my Switch 2. And also, I'll still play GameCube games on the Switch 2 because right now I have the expansion pack though, definitely. But also, speaking of the expansion pack, I also have Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Switch 1 version update 3.0, and I've seen that the Nintendo Switch 2 has been going viral. Okay, first of all, there are viral consoles that are going all over the internet. All right, first of all, like Breath of the Wild, unless otherwise though, because I know that Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game, to be honest with you guys. And the Switch 1 is still the best console, though, honestly. But the Switch 2 is the best console, though, definitely. But I'm still working on saving my money so I can get the Nintendo Switch 2. So, anyways, I think this video will wrap it up here for today's video. Happy 1 year to the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And also subscribe if you guys are new to this channel. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'd like to say thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much. And I'll see you next time. Peace!